Welcome back to another Joytoys tips and tricks tutorial number 8. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to apply your water slide decals for your Crazy Reload SUV. As you see, I already cut some parts out here and placed some on my vehicle. I actually used the interior and one electrical hazard for my engine. So I'll show you here at the end what that looks like. So there's actually no instructions to where you put your labels. This was in the box with no designated area for any of the decals. So you're going to have to maybe pick and choose where you want it. For me, I decided I'm not going to use all of these decals because I'm trying to not to make it look too overdone. So for now, for this video, I'm just going to do 2 labels to show you. I'm going to use these 2 stripes here and these 2 circles with the arrows pointing down. So what all you're going to need is some warm water, a little container for the water, a little flat end of something to help you not touch the sticker for like corners and stuff, a pair of scissors, and your decals. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the 4 stickers very carefully that I'm going to use. Now when you're cutting out your labels, try to leave some extra surface area around your stickers, or your decals, I should say. That way you have some ability to slide them off onto your surface that you're applying them to. I recommend using a smaller pair of scissors, which is all I could find right now, so I think I'm going to be okay. So these ones we're going to use here. We're going to set the others aside for now. So the first thing I'm going to do one of each on camera here for you guys. Show you what you need to do. And it'll apply to every one of them regardless. So I'm going to take these little arrows. I'm going to cut them in half like so. And what I'm going to do with this is I am going to get my water cans for my Joytoy Reload. And I'm going to put this circle inside that circle. I think it'll fit. And that way when you put it on the side of your truck, it'll go down. And it's like, it's telling you the directions to put it. Or you can put it up if you want to pull it out. It doesn't really matter. It's up to your preference. So maybe we'll go up to pull it out. That makes more sense, right? Yeah. So see, I have like a little tab here I can grab. So I hear some warm water. You just want to put that in the water. Now, that'll start curling up there, the paper itself. And you're going to give it, should have timed it before. It's almost like a feel thing. It's going to be decide on your temperature of your water. So you want that to sit in there for about 15 seconds, and then you don't want to put it in too long because you will lose. It'll start deteriorating more than you would want. So this is actually going to be quite difficult because how small this is. Let's see if I can get this little hook thing. Use this little hook thing from a hook set that's. You can get these things for like $1 for 4 of them. See how it moved around? And that's how you'll tell if it's ready. You should be able just to grab your piece, and then it'll slide right off of the paper. Get rid of your paper. Try to do this as quickly as you can. And see how it's on there now. You just gotta get it. And this is where it gets difficult because of your fingers. That's why I recommend having something else. Because of your finger, you gotta keep it wet. Because it dries pretty fast. As long as you keep it wet, you can maneuver it around. Trying to get it nice and straight for me, for example. And it feels like it's attaching already, so I'm gonna add some more water to it. So that looks pretty good there. Yeah. So what I'll do now is you just don't want to touch it anymore with your hand, because as it dries, it's going to stick to your finger and come off. So just don't use this pointy side here, because you will scratch or maybe tear the sticker. Use something flat, rounded. You just want to get it all nice and down before it dries. And that's how that would look. But the key to these water slides is to keep them wet and don't let them dissolve too much in the water. You want them to sit in the water just long enough to where you can slide them off onto your surface. So we'll set this aside and let it dry. And what I think I want to do with my SUV here is, if you noticed here, I want to put those yellow and black caution stripes on the bottom of my truck there for the steps. I think we'll kind of break up the gray, in my opinion. So you don't want to do both at once. So you want to cut this in half. So give me 1 second here. Again, be very careful with your stickers, your decals don't cut them. So you just want one. So what we're going to do here, we are going to try to do this without making a mess. I'm going to try to prop this truck up some and hope that we can get that decal on there. So you can decide which way you want to put your stripes. Backs, forward, however you want. I think I'm going to go with the black in the front. See how that curl up in the water since I put it in there? You want that to, now if it's coming out of the water, you need to try to help it stay in the water to get the whole thing to loosen up from the actual sheet. This is going to be a little bit more challenging because I have to get it down into an area like this, and it's going to be, so I can tell, it's going to be pretty tight. So you want to take it, see how it slid? Do you want to very quickly get that into position? See, it's stuck into my finger. That's not a good thing. You don't want that. You want to do this as quick as you can. And you don't want it to fold. See, it's slid because it's still wet. That's what we want. See, I think I want it as close as I can to the bottom, but it's going to take a little bit of work and a little bit more water to get this thing where I want it. Okay, so I think I got it. So as you can see, I wanted this a tad bit of gray on the bottom. I wanted the yellow and black warning down towards the step, and just with a tad bit showing. Looks pretty cool, I think. It kind of breaks up the truck. So what you want to do now is to make sure you have that all the way down. As it dries, remember not to touch with your finger. And try to smooth it down and let it dry. Don't touch it. Do your best to make sure there's no bumps, no air, and basically air inside the sticker. That's what that would look like. So just going to move out your lift there. I want to move this water out for a second. We don't need that anymore. And you're going to make sure you're going to have a little bit of water on your table. You could have like a little hand towel near you. So that's what that looks like. And let's go ahead and check our water can. It looked like it has dried. That's what that looks like. Notice it has like a, a sticker that's already been applied from the factory. It says warning danger, but that's usually gets hidden whenever you put your water can inside. So now it's kind of not hidden anymore. And then it kind of breaks up the truck because you have your punishment here and your number 8 there. And you have a couple warnings. Now just to show you other ones I've used. I have, see if I can just flash. It's so dark in there, it's hard to get you guys to see that. Okay, here we go. So we have, the one above the steering wheel, down in the middle of the console, the little one at the top of the console there, and then on the passenger side there's a decal. This just do the same thing I showed you with the other two decals, but that one on the actual steering wheel, that is the hardest one to get on. Okay, it's down inside there, kind of like the same way this is down inside, this step. This one isn't as hard. That one was really tough. Probably couldn't have done that one with the camera in front of me. So, but that would just basically show you how to go ahead and put your decals. So, wrapping up, just make sure that you do not put your labels in the water for too long. You only want them in there just enough to where they slide off, because they will deteriorate. Leaving a little extra space for you to hold the actual decal whenever you're actually cutting them off the sheet like this. So you want to have a piece like here so you can hold it, and then you can slide it pretty easily. Don't cut it to the frame, then you're going to have it sticking to your fingers. You want to not touch the decal as much as possible. And then you only have a small window. Keep the decal wet, or it will get sticky to your finger and possibly tear, depending on the size of your decal. And when you get to the smaller ones, that gets a little tougher because you can't really see them because of your finger. Okay, that's it. So, if you guys like this video, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. I have a mini series for the Joytoy SUV reload up. It shows you about the box, the materials, playability, assembly, and I plan on doing a bonus content video also after this. After I figure out where all my stickers are going, I want to show everybody how I did mine. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use all the decals, because this is kind of weird. These exclamation points in a triangle and a warning electrical hazard. Oh yeah, I did stick that one decal in my hood here, right there. It says warning electrical hazard. It's like it was made to go there. So I like it. It brings up the the engine a little bit also. But there's a couple of those on there. I don't know where you would stick them out with, and it makes sense for warning electrical hazard. So, hope this helps you guys out. Like I previously said, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. So, thank you for watching. I want to see you in the next video.